Ain't that about a bitch? The most important thing to remember is we were talking about barn cats. Because I'm going to chop all of this.
It was a really important barn cat fucking discussion. Maybe we could get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
What is that?
I don't know, some shitty phone game that sponsors literally every fucking YouTube video I watched for like the last 4 years.
Oh, hell yeah. There's I've seen phone games like that are like, oh, warfare. Like you own this village, protect it from the rest of the world, and build an empire.
Yeah, it looks like no fun, but it's like a game you'd only play at work when you're supposed to be doing some real shit.
but your dumbasses ended up listening to the Dead Mother Club podcast. That's how you got the idea to download the app for the. It's probably not the best if we want them to sponsor us for us to say the first thing out of the gate to them is some piece of shit. What did you say there? Some rage-filled piece of shit app.
So, some piece of shit phone game. Download Raid Shadow Legends. Use code deadmothersclub for $4.20.69 fucking whatever stupid ass currency you use to
the Doge in the bit.
Yeah, whatever in-game currency you have to buy with real money to get fucking stupid ass characters and shit like that.
Okay, pause, slight break. What my cohort meant to say was download Raid Shadow Games now and use promo code DMC for an opportunity to upload new characters you've never been able to that will allow you to be much more ragier. Once again, that's Raid Shadow Game and promo code DMC.
Raid Shadow Game. Oh, fuck.
You can rage out all the fuck you want. Just go rage on this game while you're sitting on the shitter at work, listening to Dead Mothers Club, getting you through the day.
Yeah, you're sitting on the shitter 20 minutes before lunch trying to pretend you didn't plan that. Playing your fucking phone game.
And you're not coming back to work unless someone calls you over the radio. I couldn't imagine, dude, to have a job like that where it's just soul-sucking, mindless. I mean, at least with me, like, I'm a plant guy. I go to work and I sell plants to old people. I tell people how beautiful the plants can be in their landscape and help them.
You ever lie about that?
No. How could I? How should I? What should I do?
Dude,
what should I do?
You gotta sell somebody some weeds or something.
Have that because people come in, they'll say this is their criteria. They'll say, oh, I need it to be this size. I've only got this big of an area.
All right, listen.
It's full sunlight.
The official Dead Mothers Club challenge starts right now.
Let's do it.
I'll fucking PayPal you $20 if you could sell somebody a pot of dandelions.
I should do that because I could probably get away with that at work, where I suggest just the absolute wrong plant to somebody. They'll come in, they'll say, I've got a small area in front of my front door where I'd just like to put in something that's a foot tall and maybe wide with yellow flowers. And I just absolutely sell them a fucking monster, a plant that is going to get so large and uncontrollable, right? And then I come on the podcast here and I like hold up the receipt. I show them, guys, dead orphans, guess what? I fucked this woman over. She thinks that she's got little yellow flowers. It's just.
Or you sell them like a pot of dirt and convince them that it's an annual. It'll come up next year.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm hoping that eventually with legalized cannabis, people will be able to come into the nursery and say, "Oh, I'd like one mature female Maui Wowie plant, planted in my backyard."
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool if I could get to a point where I'm planting cannabis for individuals.
Yeah.
I don't know. These are the goals in life. But yeah, I don't know what. It's a bi-weekly now. That's the podcast. We missed out. We haven't talked. Now, this is going to give us more UFC material for each episode.
Did you watch the fights last time?
Oh, I've watched, yes, many of the fights. So we have going back to UFC 268. It was Rose Zhang and then Colby Usman.
Yeah.
Since then, we've had Holloway. Don't tell me. Hold on. It was Holloway, Yair Rodriguez. Who's a banger?
You're getting better with the names, dude.
Yes, sir. I'm definitely being on the podcast discussing this stuff with you. I am developing my knowledge of kind of that mid tier of contenders in the UFC, where previously as a casual fan, I would just know the champions, know who were like the big fights coming up. But yeah, there's been some cards recently. We got some goodies coming up. But
you don't gotta be like that dickhead that's I'm a Conor McGregor fan.
Oh yeah. What was that? Devontae.
Oh, she was a Conor McGregor fan?
Yes, I believe so.
That might be the least surprising news I've heard all day.
Oh yeah. No, I think he tried to bring it up once or twice. Now I've put myself on the hook for fans to go back and fact check that.
Yeah, and if it's wrong, fuck him. Sounds like a Conor McGregor fan anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing is when we say things on here, we are now putting this is on the internet.
Well, here's the thing: if like you're relying on us to be a trusted news source, then you're a fucking idiot.
Happy with Rose Zhang.
That was a great fight.
I was happy with Colby Usman, but when I saw the way Colby acted after the fight, it made me feel like I had the wrong impression of Colby. Like, I wasn't a fan of Colby until the final bell after that 5-round match. At the end of the fight, Colby's going to, shake hands with Usman and say, "Oh, tremendous fight. It's all about the money." I whatever he said. It was humble. It showed good sportsmanship. It showed competitors' mentality. Let's get this cake.
Yeah.
I like Colby more.
Yeah, Colby's a good dude. And that's the thing, like that whole it's all an act.
Yeah.
His whole MAGA thing is all an act. He was just a really good fighter that nobody gave two shits to see because he was so nice and had no personality.
Smart guy. When the Trump presidency was in, for him to jump on that bandwagon, because that was, I would say, as a casual fan, that was the main thing for me, that I didn't know anything about him in his climb to, contendership. And
Did you know about the fight that turned it around for him?
No.
I believe it was Damian Maia he beat in Brazil.
Oh, that definitely sounds like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah. He's probably one of the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu style of fighters in the UFC.
And UFC held a card in Brazil that old America went down and won.
Well, before that fight, he was going to get cut regardless.
Colby.
Yeah, because nobody.
Wow.
Or no, it was Rafael dos Anjos.
Okay. I've heard that name before.
I think it was Damian Maia. I don't know. Either way, he was gonna fight. He fought a Brazilian dude in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Won.
Mm-hmm.
And in the post-fight interview, he gets on the mic and he assumed his heel like persona.
Wow.
He called all of Brazil a bunch of filthy animals. And it was fucking great.
Some men have to go heel. And although in my like sports fandom history, I've always felt like I've been on the right side of history, you know, like I don't like these heels. Even when I was like young in the UFC, like, oh no, I don't like Brock Lesnar. You know, I don't like this Kane guy. I don't like Doink the Clown. I don't like Mankind.
Yeah.
I think Doink the Clown was my all-time WWE.
So he had the midget, right?
Possibly. I don't remember anything about him.
Dink the Clown. Remember that?
Now I gotta go and watch. The next 10 hours of my life are gonna be spent on Doink the Clown in YouTube.
Yeah, the midget clown from fucking.
Did he have he had a big hammer? Did he bring good Doink? It was Gold Dust, and then most recently his I think it was his son,
Dusty Rhodes. Yeah.
Who was Gold Dust's son?
I don't know.
Glitter Dust.
Yeah, they're both
something.
really sus. So
okay, we got on to fake sports from real sports.
Yeah, this is a fucking hell of a tangent.
Colby, though, I mean, no, I don't know anything about that middle part of his career where he was coming. And that's so important, though, that I've realized about, you know, for somebody like me who only cared about like the champions, like I only know these athletes when they have finally made it, to realize that that's a big part of, if you're a fan of the sport, it is important to, you know, stay on top of it, because these middle parts of individuals' careers, which develop the narrative and kind of establish who they are, it's important to keep up on that. You can't just hop on once they're the champion.
Yeah.
Super happy with Rose, Thug Rose. That is such a cool fucking name.
Yeah.
Thug Rose.
Yeah, doing it for America, big time.
Dude, that's the like probably, I don't know, man. Think about it. Is that one of the coolest fighter names that you've ever come across?
It's up there.
That is so fucking cool. To have her be
right next to a guy, Tamden McCrory.
Okay.
And his nickname was the Barn Cat.
Oh shit. What's I don't understand. What is a barn cat?
The most vicious animal known to man.
Oh, wow. Is
what he said. Yeah.
Why? Because barn cats have to fight off snakes.
Everything. They fight anything.
What are barn cats protecting if they're fighting so hard?
They kill mice, because don't mice fuck with the cows or some shit? I don't know.
Maybe.
Grew up in Youngstown, in the middle of a fucking city.
You know how people think like, oh, there's the right and there's wrong. It's 50. It's 50-50. There's 50% that's black. There's 50% that's white. It's right and wrong in life. You can't. But for me, no, it is 40%. Okay, so 20% on each end that are black and white, and then you have 60% in the middle that is gray area based on circumstance. Okay, I cannot make a call on this unless I'm in that moment. I wonder how I got to be so fucked up.
I don't. Sometimes it makes sense.
Dude, I have a ton of shit that I wanted to get into. Look at me. Changing the subject. Let's talk about Travis Scott, Astro World.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know about Astro World?
No.
There was a music festival a week ago.
Uh-huh.
There's a rapper who, all of his concerts, he prides on these concerts being chaotic. Like, oh, my shit, come to my show. My show is lit. It's fucking live. Well, 8 people died at a show, and one of them was like 10 years old. Why are adults bringing their 10-year-old children to music festivals that, right?
Because Darwinism works.
I would agree with that. But unfortunately for that child, though, the Darwinism that his father should have been subjected to, his own, was then cast upon this 10-year-old. There was a crowd rush. So, the crowd rushes at like a Walmart on Black Friday, where they open the doors and just everybody goes rushing in. And
oh, yeah, that shit that if you're like a logical person, you avoid.
Right. I was thinking maybe just start with UFC.
Okay.
And then get into all the heavy stuff, because this is we got a few things to get to. The episodes 1 through 7 and my psychotic break being
I'm
2 of them.
I'm gonna start my recurring joke right after the beginning.
I will holiday with whoever is in town. Like my guy Blake Coach from the recent fishing trip to the 10,000 Islands down in like Marco Island.
Right.
I caught the Jack Crevalle with him. He was here for Thanksgiving 2 years ago. And I went to his Thanksgiving with my kids.
That was sweet.
It was. It's been good to... I've been broken from the shackles of the constraints of holidaying with your family. My entire family is dead.
The good ones.
You just implied that Adam was one of the bad ones. All the good ones are dead.
You shit on Adam. Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, I beat him in fantasy football 2 weeks ago. I followed it up by beating Rob, the commissioner. If you remember me saying that, it's a monarchy, or it's kind of a dynasty type league where the kings are the crown.
Yeah, they're like the Mongols of the fantasy football league, right?
Yeah, and it felt good to toss a black plague infested body over the walls of Kaffa.
I love it.
Into Robert King's trade hub in the Middle East in the 13th century.
The beginnings of chemical warfare.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the Chinese been on that shit ever since. But hey, so let's just wrap this. Let's put a bow on this part of it. We're missing episode 3.
Yeah.
I feel bad about that. Devontae was the only individual with a master copy of that episode. But we've got 1 through 7 back up. It was the whole thing. And you know what?
Sounds incriminating.
It does, but it could be good for the podcast. This is what I'm thinking, Danny. Hey, it might be
drama. Maybe
right.
Maybe we could end up on one of those stupid fucking YouTube channels where they just talk about people being mad at each other, and I could end up like boxing Keemstar and being rich.
Oh, hell yeah. What if you end up boxing Devontae?
I would beat the shit out of either one of them. Let's not fucking mince words.
No, yeah, we did get a hijacking. We were hijacked.
Yeah, just like in Speed.
Hold on, go into that analogy. I want to hear this.
You don't remember that fucking movie Speed from the 90s?
I do, but just connect the dots.
Keanu Reeves and was it Dennis Hopper? He stole that fucking bus.
Fuck yes, dude. And I love the fact, remember the scene in that movie where they hit the fucking cart, the cradle. The lady was pushing a cradle across the fucking road.
Yeah,
and they hit the
beer cans.
They was full of those homeless fucks in LA. Hey, I was hoping a baby was in that.
Would have been a better life.
Would have been a better movie. I watched that movie also. Let's say the first time I ever saw that scene, I was maybe 12, 13. So definitely up until Sandra Bullock turns around and goes, "It's all cans. It was just cans."
You know,
I was definitely
fun
hoping.
fact, about Keanu Reeves is he was the same age and speed as he was in John Wick, because that dude fucking never gets older.
John Wick 4 just popped off, right?
Yeah, same age.
He bought his stunt guys Rolexes. Keanu Reeves bought all of his stunt men for John Wick 4 Rolexes.
See, now is that a real thing, or
Yeah.
is it like Marilyn Manson getting his ribs removed so he could smoke his own pole? 'Cause
No,
I heard he bought his stuntman Harleys for some other movie.
possibly.
So,
Keanu Reeves is a good guy. He seems like a legitimately good guy. And the post that I seen was, it was like news. Oh, Keanu Reeves buys his stuntmen Rolexes, and then there was a cut to scene of one of his stuntmen's Instagrams where it was like,
yeah,
bro, he just bought me this.
yeah.
Did they give a verdict on Rittenhouse today?
I don't know. Let's
That's
see.
it. That's
Let me do my Jamie thing. Pull that shit up.
let's go, producer here. But no, today, okay, we're recording. Today, the jury is in deliberation on Rittenhouse, which I followed a little bit of the trial. If one of those kids at one point, Rittenhouse was there. He's a white guy. He's an AK-47. He's a white guy.
AR-15.
AR. If one of the protesters at one point put their hand on his rifle, now there were two victims, right? 2 dead, 1 injured.
I don't know if you'd call them victims, but yeah, it's 2 dead guys. One was a child molester.
One of them, though, put his hand on the rifle.
Well, I mean, one of them hit him in the fucking head with a skateboard.
Oh, shit.
He dead.
Oh, shit. See, there's all kind of fucking details. I don't
yeah.
know. That's the thing. I'm talking shit here. I don't fucking
The other
know.
one, the other one, yeah, chased him down, got shot in the face.
Why would you chase somebody though? Look, if you're there, if you're a kid who is in, Wisconsin about a protest.
Yeah.
Why would you confront and instigate? Right? So I don't support this 17-year-old white kid. The way I perceive this, I don't perceive this, rich white kid in the city fighting for, fighting black kids who.
Everybody shot was white, though.
Are you shitting me?
No, dude.
Are you fucking dicking me?
No. The one dude was.
With me. None of these people are black.
One of them was a child molester whose last name is Rosenbaum.
Oh, that's a Jew motherfucker.
That dude is white as shit.
Nobody that Rittenhouse shot was even Spanish. That wasn't a motherfucking. No, they wasn't even Asian.
Let me read you these names.
So I look at like I thought the victims might have been black. Okay, but going down on the scope from there, okay, they're not like of some sort of Spanish descent.
Are you ready for these names?
And then they're not even some sort of like Asian descent or Middle Eastern descent.
Are you ready for these names? You let me know what you think their descent is.
Go. Heritage.
We have, dead. Anthony Huber.
White.
Joseph Rosenbaum.
White.
Gage Grosskowitz.
White.
Very.
But there's 3 deceased. I thought there was only 2 deceased.
There's 2 deceased. Gage, you might not know him because he
happened?
got shot. Well, he got shot in the.
He got shot with the 322 gauge.
He got shot with the AR-15 in the right bicep after he pointed a gun at young Rittenhouse.
Oh,
so
Jesus
you might not know because he got shot in the, as I said, he got shot in the right arm.
Yeah,
so I think he's going by his new alias of Lefty. So
fuck.
Yeah.
Look, this whole thing, everything you've just said to me completely changes my understanding of what had happened. I don't know anything about the trial. And now on the day of the verdict, I am believing that, okay, there's a white person, Rittenhouse, a white 17-year-old who was in, Kenosha, Wisconsin. And there was all this civil unrest because Jacob Blake got either paralyzed. Didn't he get paralyzed? He got shot a bunch of times, not killed.
Yeah, when he tried to stab the police.
And I'm not even familiar with that incident. I just know it was a minority during the Michael Floyd stuff.
George Floyd, but yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
about. They're cousins. It's all right.
That's the thing, man. Humans. Okay. If this is my statement, this is what they're going to cut out at the end of when they try to cancel me, because everything that I just said is what they're going to isolate and try to cancel me in 3 years. Right. Guys, I'm not up to date on any news. I try to keep myself happy, right? I don't know what's going on. The media portrays things certain ways, that there are racial divides, racial lines. Now, knowing that all of the people that got hurt were white, fuck them.
Okay, so here's my thoughts on it. There was a philosophy that I heard, probably in my early 20s, that really, holds a lot of weight in my life. Is from a philosopher by the name of Lil Jon, and he said, "Don't start no shit, won't be no shit." Okay, so I feel like I don't care what your cause is. If you try to fist fight a dude with a gun and you get shot, that's just the shit that happens.
Them's the fucking rules. Right? Don't take a knife to a gunfight. Them's the rules.
You don't take a skateboard to a gunfight either. That's how you get shot.
You're telling me that so you're not lying to me when you say the chain of events is one of these white kids hit Rittenhouse in the head with a...
Here's what I understand to have happened. Okay.
That day.
This is what I understand happened that day. Okay. There's the protests. This dickweed, by dickweed, I mean Kyle Rittenhouse, so that people understand that I don't think there's really any innocent party in all this. He decides he's going to go play Captain Save-A-Ho and stand guard at whatever dumb fuck store somebody he knew owned in Kenosha, Wisconsin, while thousands of people are protesting. Motherfucker, you got insurance. Let them burn the place down, right? Like... they shouldn't, obviously, but, you also should not be there. Now, is he within his rights to be there with an AR-15? Yes, he sure is. Is it a good idea? No, it's a fucking stupid idea.
So legally, okay, based within the rules.
Yeah.
Legally, okay.
He is playing within the rules right now. Now, next series of events I understand to have happened is this is where the Joseph Rosenbaum, the man who did jail time for raping young boys, was trying to push...
Hold on, though. Let me just stop right there, though. What? Because I don't know this individual or any of these details.
Okay.
What? Because they would say in court, what does that have to do with this situation? Because if it is irrelevant, it's not necessary.
Oh, it's irrelevant, but it just means he deserved it.
Okay, continue.
This is not court. This is court of public opinion. So he deserved it. You don't like it? Go fuck yourself. Okay, so young, not so young, Rosenbaum is trying to push a lit dumpster into a gas station. Okay. So
I love this story.
So this is just shit that I've seen from videos. So then Kyle comes by with a fire extinguisher and puts out the dumpster.
Are you shitting me?
No. So then
good for you, Kyle.
Some words are exchanged.
Of course.
And this is the funny part.
Oh, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, you're gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose it.
Rosenbaum gets up in the face of Mr. Rittenhouse and another guy who has a gun, and he says, and I quote, "You gonna have to shoot me, nigga."
Why'd you say that?
And then that's what happened.
That's a white person. Rosenbaum said.
Yeah. I don't think it gets whiter than being named Rosenbaum.
Dude, that doesn't make sense.
So,
that just
so
okay.
Then,
so then
wow. Kyle puts out the dumpster fire, and he ends up like these dudes are like trying to get physical with him, and he tries to run away. So then they chase him.
Oh my god!
They're chase him and they're throwing shit at him.
How do I not know all this?
Somebody shoots a gun off in the air. Oh, it could have been at him. A gun goes off. He, is running from a group of people. So he turns and lights up Rosenbaum.
From how many yards? How far away was
like feet?
Feet.
Yeah, feet.
Oh shit! I was thinking, yeah, those dudes were way back. So if they're up close like that, then that makes this completely an insane story about a white, kid who was at a protest, some legitimate protest. I mean, legitimate. It's crazy because we isolate these incidents, whether it's the Jacob Blake or the Floyd, or there are so many different examples that we could use of racial injustice, but he's there on a legitimate reason. But to a white kid to say NIGGA and just conversation, that was the first red flag when you were telling that story for me. Now them to be chasing them, I mean, that close behind them.
I mean, how do you chase a dude with a gun and get surprised when you get shot?
Right. This is completely changing the narrative towards what I thought might have been the story, was that this kid Rittenhouse shot black protesters that were in Kenosha, Wisconsin for the Jacob Blake stuff. I mean, this is me. I don't fucking know anything.
Yeah. So then he shoots Rosenbaum.
Okay.
So then after that, he gets on the phone and calls a friend or some shit, and he obviously there's a hostile crowd. So then he gets away and he starts running. So then these people continue to chase him again.
Bro that's got a big gun and has already proven, look, don't fucking chase me. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
How many blocks from the initial incident with OG Rosenblum?
I don't know, maybe a block. I'm not a crime scene investigator.
No.
He's running and there's a group of people chasing him, and he trips in a street. This is all on video. Trips in a street, right?
Oh, snap.
As he's trying to get back up, Anthony Huber comes in and hits him in the head with a skateboard.
The skateboard kid.
Yeah. Gets smoked. takes one to the chest.
He got okay. Hey,
So then,
from what I'm hearing,
after that, this Gage dude, who oddly enough is a felon in possession of a firearm, comes up,
no way.
points the gun at Rittenhouse. So Rittenhouse then shoots him.
All three of these individuals had no. These don't corroborate stories to me as just a layman's individual who clearly had no information coming into this situation about what had even happened. None of these seem to require the actions that were taken towards the three people that were injured. Do I support a 17-year-old being in, wasn't he out of state? Wasn't he like from Indiana or Illinois or something? He was in Wisconsin.
Okay, so like where he lived to where he was is like Youngstown to Sharon.
Okay. But
So
it was
like,
two different states because we're from Ohio, PA. We get it.
Right.
Right.
Like,
but I wouldn't go up to PA. For me, I would be like, nah, man, PA, y'all, Sharon.
but like, you understand how close that is.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes. Yeah. Dustin's mom used to live up there.
It's like a half an hour.
Big shouts out, Jesus. Big Dustin.
We got to get Dustin on.
We've never even mentioned him. Have we mentioned him?
Yeah. You think he makes lo-fi beats? He could.
He's really good on the guitar.
Yeah.
No, I
know. He
know.
makes actual music.
So maybe, dude, let's do that.
What, get Dustin to make us a fucking intro?
Some sort of biological outbreak. No, what's going to cause our society literally to crumble is going to be the internet doesn't work for 3 days.
I can't wait.